Did we want to be on this television over here? Do you need that for anything?
Oh, it's plugged in. So
Well, did you want it? Because you're the one that would.
They're not seeing me right now, are they?
Here, Eddie.
Edward, Scissorhands. They were, weren't they?
Yeah.
Edward!
Yeah, if you want, you can use that for monitoring. Is that what you wanted that for?
No.
If you don't
Well,
need it,
'cause
what's that?
They're,
Oh, they want it. Okay. So I guess you can. Are you gonna make us live?
well, I was.
He was while we were sitting here saying, don't.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Nice, Eddie. Look at that. The magic of green screen.
Woo!
All right.
My
good
glasses
evening.
are foggy already. It's not gonna be
Welcome.
fun.
What did we decide this was? Adventures in Quilting?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a name for it.
Turbo fabric
Turbo Fabric Express. Okay. Welcome to Turbo Fabric Express.
this weekend.
This week, yeah, we might change it next week. Welcome to the new year. It's starting out spectacular. I'm really looking forward to the year coming up. I have these dreams of, riding through a desert wasteland in a gun truck, looking for water and canned food, and I think that's going to happen this year.
No,
No?
no,
I don't know. Mad Max seemed like it might be
No.
kind of fun.
no. Ah,
Anyway, that being said, so this is our first one of the year. We're going to try and do more of this, have some fun with this. And we just thought we'd go over some of the stuff that we're going to be doing this year.
a lot.
A lot. Lots of stuff.
A lot of good stuff.
Well, looks like we have. Yay! I'm glad to see you joining us, Jocelyn. Oh,
My princess ways.
okay, yeah, but you see the hedgehog that you were mad that I sold?
Did you sell this to Jocelyn?
Jocelyn's going to come pick it up tomorrow.
Okay, well, Jocelyn, I just want to tell you I have a beef. Not with you, but with Mr. Brett. Because he called our lovely hedgehog a rat.
It is a rat.
And I really love the hedgehog, and I am the one he ordered it for, but be glad to see it go to you because I don't need it right away. But I just want you to think about something, Jocelyn. I think Brent's jealous of the hedgehog. You see this little belly here? Brent, show
Yeah.
the profile. I bet if Brent picked up his shirt, it looked pretty much
See?
like Mr.
If I put
Hedgehog's
my
belly.
arms out like that,
A
does
nice
that work?
white little belly, right? And then look at his hairdo.
Yeah.
Look at Brent's hairdo.
And I even got like the Neanderthal cone there on the back
So,
too.
Brent is like a hedgehog. And I'll wager you, Jocelyn, that if he turned around and picked up his shirt, his back would look just like this.
Yes, I do have some Sasquatch DNA in me, so yes, the fur is there on the back.
So you may not
You could
want
probably braid the fur if you were into that sort of
Jocelyn
thing.
may not want the hedgehog anymore. It might have just ruined her.
Nobody wants
But
the
it's
hedgehog
not a
anymore.
rat. It's a Brent.
It's a Brent, yes, okay. Anyway, so that was the hedgehog. That's your hedgehog, Jocelyn. It's here for you. But I also want to talk about, we got a couple block of the months going on. This one, oh.
I don't want to see that.
You were the one talking about the hedgehog.
That was a crack.
My dad,
Oh, by the way,
my dad is a plumber, so
By the way.
I come by my plumber's crack honestly.
just saying, there's a crack here too.
Yeah, there is a crack. All right, so this is we're not one of those YouTube. You ever watch those YouTube shows and it's like they're acting like idiots and you're like, who thinks that's funny?
I do.
And then I'm like, do they realize how ridiculous it is? That's how I feel right now.
Well,
it really is.
Well,
Anyway.
somebody's going to appreciate it.
I'm hoping somebody. Anyway, oh yeah.
Your mother will.
Here, let me help you.
Oh, I didn't even think. How's this look with the green screen, Eddie?
Very nice.
Oh, it's kind of cool actually.
It looks
Anyway, this is a block of the month that we've got going on. That Bonnie Peters put together. She does the Tucker University on the second Tuesday and third Saturday of the month. So she's gonna be doing this for the first 6 months.
yes.
Yes, 6 months of the year, and and you pick out the fabric yourself. So this is just one of the colorways she did for a sample. But if you come in before the first class, we'll help you pick out fabric for it. If you want to start this, Bonnie will actually be here this Saturday, and she'll help you get some fabrics picked out to make this.
Some grunge in here.
Yeah, it's really pretty, and she's got a bunch of different colorways. She's already mocked up, so you can see what it looks like. But it's a really fun block of the month. It's using all of the Studio 180 template tools, so it's a really good way to kind of build your skills and use some templates. And it's kind of a really nice quilt. And like I said, so if you want to get started on that, if you come this Saturday, swing by the store during regular hours. Bonnie's going to be here, and she'll help you pick out fabric and kind of give you the rundown on it. And the actual classes aren't going to start until February. And if you go to our website, fourpinesquilting.com, you can see it's on there. You can sign up for the classes there, and it's on Tuesdays and Saturdays. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there to get us started.
Pretty.
Yes. Well, look how awesome we look with the green background. Yeah. I don't know. Give us something cool, Eddie. There we go. Back to the turbo fabric. All right.
Okay.
So that's all I've got for you. The rest of the show belongs to Becky.
Well,
I'm just here for the eye candy, which means I don't account for much.
All right. Well, I have a lot to talk
That
about.
being said, I was trying to get. You guys have met Anthony, right? Mercy's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking we should recruit him
Oh.
because I'm thinking he would be some good eye candy.
Eye candy.
And
is
he's
right.
just
I might
enough
get
of an
in
airhead that he
trouble.
just wouldn't understand.
Oh goodness. All right.
You do realize they might watch this.
Yeah.
And he would be laughing.
Okay. Speaking of monthly
And I
things,
can see Nelson right now thinking, why don't we pimp out Anthony?
Speaking of monthly things, we have a Kimberbell Blanks program going on. Now, this is going to be so hard for me to
Oh,
talk
I can step.
Step
further.
away.
I'm stepping away.
Step away.
So I don't get your cooties.
The Kimberbell blank of the month works like this. Every month they're going to release a blank. Now this blank might be a brand new blank. It might be an existing blank. For example, in January, this denim tote was brand new to the line. What's so cool about it, frankly, is when it comes like this, and it's all serged already. So after you do your embroidery work,
The other
yeah,
camera.
after you do
Not that one.
after you do your embroidery work, okay, good, thank you. After you do your embroidery work, all you have to do is sew the seams up, box the corners if you want, and you're done. Of course, that's not what I'm going to do with it, because that's me. The patent, what's really cool is if you buy this blank for $12.95. Did I get that right, Danny?
Yeah.
$12.95. You get this patent for free. I'm having a hard time here. Stop changing.
Sorry.
My God, you're rusty. You're rusty. Leave it be. You get this design for free when you buy the tote for January. And you get the design in two sizes, 5x7 and 8x12, and you get it in sewing and machine versions. All for the price of buying the tote. And now, you may be saying, I don't want that tote. Well, it's still worth it to get this design. And truthfully, it is a pretty cool tote. And I did mine pink and sparkly. But it also, I was thinking today, I almost made an apron for
Oh my
it.
goodness.
Oh, nice.
I just had to take the handles off down at the bottom and stick them on the sides, and I'm ready to sparkle. Now, things I do,
But if you had a big head, it wouldn't fit.
but I don't. Brett.
That's good. Okay.
I don't. So, also what I liked about it is it comes with little eyelet holes so you put lights in. If you come in the store, you're going to see that version. I chose to put hot fix rhinestones on mine, and I have a lot more rhinestones I want to apply. A lot more, because I like the sparkle in it. The other thing, it could be made into a pillow. I've seen people take this exact towel and sew it up and put it into a pillow form and put it down, which I thought was cute. I want this on my jean jacket, though.
A jean jacket, like an old denim jacket.
I do. Come on.
Or that could be your cape. You could be like sparkle.
Wouldn't that be cute, peeps? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that on the back of my jean jacket.
Okay.
I think you need more rhinestones.
I do need more rhinestones.
It's
I
kind of like
didn't
cowbell.
finish
You can
putting all my
always use more
rhinestones
rhinestones.
So what I want to tell you is these rhinestones are washable, and the felt is washable. I saw a lot of people saying, "Can you wash the felt?" Yes, you can wash the felt. It's actually polyester, so it washes really nice.
So if it's polyester, is it really felt? Because isn't felt supposed to be wool?
It's called embroidery felt.
Oh, okay.
But speaking of that, how cute would some of this be done in wool?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I was making, I was thinking, ooh, all those little wool scraps you have, because I use raw edge applique. But anyway, so next month, can I talk about what's already coming in February?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
The-
yes.
the
we can
blank-
talk, we can talk about blanks from February.
The
I'll model this.
blanket, you model.
Yes.
See if it fits over your fat head.
I don't know
I
because
did it.
I have a hedgehog head, so I don't know.
See? There.
No dad moves. None.
No dad moves. Yeah, no dad.
Those aren't dad moves.
Oh.
I have it on good authority. Do you know I am an award-winning dancer? No joke. I have won
don't believe
an
you for a
award
second.
for my moves.
Your mom don't count.
No. I was
You know,
voted the best dancer.
just
Eddie
hanging down. I'm thinking it's a joke.
Eddie can vouch for this. It was in the Cody, Wyoming rodeo dance-off.
And
I
you were
won.
the only contestant.
No, I was
Put my
competing against some
mask
hard
back on
stuff,
so I can
but
cough.
I brought the sexy back, and the rodeo clowns declared me the winner.
Oh.
And I think there's a video floating around out there somewhere
Well,
with this.
that's really
I think you should put that
awesome.
on
You
your
should find it
Facebook.
again.
It's gonna be it's on my resume. Award-winning dancer.
Anyway, what I like about the blanks is there's so much you can do with this design. You don't have to just use the whole design. You could use just the sparkle. You could use the this. You could use the that. You could put it on a lot of different things. And you've got two sizes, all for the price of the tote. It's the only way you can get these designs. You cannot get these designs unless you buy this tote.
And now the question that Jocelyn just brought up is a good question for you because you're in charge of all this. Is my $4,000 eyes can read up.
Okay.
Embellishment kits. Was
Yes.
there an embellishment kit for this, or was this just some embroidery felt that you had kicking around?
The store did not put together an embellishment kit for
And
this.
that's probably my fault, as most
It
of this is.
definitely is your fault because
So-
we talked about it, but I did not follow the directions on the embellishments anyway. Like, they told me to use off-white and gold, and I went, hell no, I want pink and sparkly.
Okay.
So, and I didn't want the lights. I wanted rhinestones. But the truth is, if you came in, you would buy, this is all you need to buy, is the felt color you want on here, whatever glitter you want for sparkle, and then the little green felt. And
we
everything
have
else is scraps.
and we have all that here in the store: the glitter, the felt, and the sparkle. No, we don't have the sparkles here, but we have Hobby
Yes,
Lobby
you
cross
do. I
sparkles.
brought the
have
sparkles
sparkles.
here.
No, but the rhinestones.
Oh, because
Yeah, the sparkles we have, the rhinestones. We don't.
I
Yeah.
bought the rhinestones.
So no, we don't have kits available, but we have the stuff to make it. So
Other stores are doing kits though.
yeah,
just
I
so you
know. We'll probably do kits. We'll probably do kits for February because
But-
you know it's
but the-
early enough in
But
January
the
for us
truth
to
is,
get on it.
I changed it up, so I didn't want it exactly like that.
Yeah. See,
So
if you want to be
Mhm.
special, you know.
yeah, but it's a lot of fun, and
Yes.
it's a really great way to build your embroidery library. Next month in February they're coming out with tea towels that they have not had before. They're
Yes, the
brand new
ombre tea towels. I've gotten
towels.
so many emails from Kimber about how wonderful and
And
special
they're
these are.
Pink and light green, so Becky's really looking forward
And
to
I
them.
can just, I'm just over the
And
moon
they have
because I
crocheted
need pink.
edges on them, and there's 2 to the pack, and you buy 1 pack and you get a free design.
Now I will
Says
give
eat
Kimberbell.
cake, but
I
was
will
gonna-
give Kimberbell credit because a lot of times I think
It's
of these
really
things
cool.
like tea towels and crocheted edges, and I think of my grandmother, who I love my grandmother, but we all know what grandma decor looks like. I have to give Kimberbell credit for not going the grandma decor look. They do a nice job. Anyway, I divert.
Okay, so
was
that's
there- I
the
don't know what I
blank of
did.
the month. And you don't have to sign up for the whole year either. And the cost changes each month.
Yeah, based on the blanks.
Depending
Yeah.
on the blank.
And we do have them now. Just so you know, we had to do it to be part of the blank club. You have to have like a $25 25 piece buy-in.
Yeah.
So if you think you want to make like 3 of those bags, we're gonna have plenty of them. So come on in and pick them up. You don't have to make just one.
Right.
Make a bunch and give them to all your friends.
Well, I was going to say what I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to put Annie's Soft and Stable in it because I want mine more structured,
Yeah.
and I'm going to line mine.
See, you can
Because
go
I want
all
mine
out.
to stand up with box corners.
It's gonna stand up with boss corners and look all special.
Yeah,
And then everybody's gonna be like, how do I make that?
yeah.
So that
And it's gonna be-
I sense possibly a.
It's going to be real easy to do.
Oh, I know, but that might be one of those
It's
10-minute.
literally, and I didn't finish it for tonight, but literally that's what I see. I want a flashy pink inside. I want it stabilized with the Annie.
Yeah.
So it stands up, and I want a few pockets inside it.
Yeah. See, there you go.
I don't want just
Endless
a big toe tag.
possibilities. It's a blank canvas.
It's gonna grow up just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Okay, so enough for the blank of the month. Let's talk a little bit more Kimberbell before we give up.
Okay.
We got all the stabilizers.
And
in.
if you tune in for Nebula, we're getting there.
I'm getting there right now. After this,
What?
You're very muffled.
I'll get out.
go away.
Okay.
All right. So the Kimberbell stabilizers are in. I haven't used them to tell you how good they are or aren't, but I'll tell you what I love more than anything are the slap bands. Whether you use Kimberbell stabilizer or not, these things are awesome. Can I open it?
Oh yeah, have at it.
Have anybody else seen these or used
They're
them?
I think anybody that grew up in
What?
They're almost gone.
I know.
anybody that grew up in the 90s has seen these.
They are actually color coded to go with the labels on the Kimberbell, but
That's neat.
yeah, they're all coded to go with the labels that are on here. So after you open your stabilizer and you take your label, and I typically roll it up and stick it inside, but after you do that, what you can do is go, I don't know which one this is. You go, oh, there, now I know which one this is, and the label, if you need it, is stuck inside, but you automatically can tell, oh, this is my wash away. And what they were showing, which I thought was kind of funny, was they were taking this and they were doing this while they were cutting, so they wouldn't forget what they were using. I wouldn't forget what I was using. But maybe I could do this because it could be wash away. No? Yeah, there goes. Anyway, these are really cool. These are really cool, and I think we're almost out. Not that we can't order more. We can order more.
We can get more.
But
and
I
we'll be
don't
getting
care
more.
what stabilizers you're using. I'm sick of the little pieces of tape and the this and the that. I think these are wonderful, and they're in and they're new. Okay, should we do Nebula or tips?
Tips.
Nebula.
Nebula. Let's do Nebula.
Nebula? Help me out. Nebula.
Nebula.
Okay, what is Nebula? Nebula is this beautiful quilt by Jaybirds. The fabric is done by Free Spirits. It is a quilt that is using all of Tula Pink's new line of fabric. When you buy this, it is a block of the month, but Four Pines actually gives you 4 months in the first pack.
Well, if Crown Point was like giving away sewing desks to go with it, that would be a fantastic.
No. And what I'm going to do is just talk about month 1. I'm not going to get into month 2, month 3, month 4.
That's good.
I'd like to just introduce month 1, and then next month we'll talk about month 2. So we do it month at a time. I can tell you that I made a rough one out of scrap fabric because I was nervous because these are new rulers for me. And it came out really nice, so I found that to be a waste of time. So, what happens is, when you get the kit, one of the first things you're going to have is this booklet that's all about basics. Some people read it, some people don't. I read it, because that's what I do, every single licking little part of it. It comes with all these templates in it, so if you don't want to buy the rulers, you don't have to. And I'll tell you, I'm a Cricut person, so with month 1 I did it 2 different ways. I cut it all out on my Cricut after using the templates to define my shapes, and then I went and I cut it out with a ruler. My experience in month 1 was I got just as good a results either way, and because I'm not cutting a zillion pieces, I wouldn't bother with a Cricut. Oh, I can't believe I said that out loud, but I did. And in month 2, the Cricut won't work. So I'm like, enough with the Cricut then. So you do have all your templates. You don't have to buy the rulers. However, you choose to buy the rulers, there are a lot of patterns out there to use these rulers on. a lot. I've been Googling and looking at them all. They're wonderful. One thing I don't like about the rulers is how slippery they are.
And I have an answer for that.
I'm used to, you get away from me. I'm used to, like Quilter Select that are nice and sticky or block lock. These are slippy and slidey. So I said to Brent, that's the one complaint I have.
And here's the answer.
What the hell is that?
This is okay.
What the
I'm
heck
gonna,
is that?
you can say that, I think, because we're not.
Well, I did.
I didn't check the box that says safe for kids, so you
Okay.
can say this with it.
Actually,
So we actually sell this in 4-inch sheets, but for those of you that want to know what this is actually skateboard grip tape, which you can buy on Amazon. Now we had to buy
I only need it for 2 rulers.
Well, that's why we bought the whole roll, so we'll sell you a little bit of it.
Will they be
But if
wide
you-
enough?
What's that? You cut it up.
You only use a
You only
small
need like a
piece.
little. You only need like a little little piece in the corner.
Oh, we don't put it on the whole bag?
Oh heck no! You only need a little bit of it in the corners
Oh.
because if you put it on the whole back, it's way too grippy. You ever have a rule that's too grippy, and you just
I
want
do, block locks.
and you
rulers
just want
are
to throw them out the
very,
window? Yeah.
Very grippy.
So you just put this like in the
Yeah.
corners and maybe one in the middle, but this stuff works really good. We sell it, like I said, in a 4-inch. I think we.
So we just buy a
2
4-inch stick
Yeah,
of it?
we sell 2 4-inch squares of it, and then you just cut it up and put it on your rulers.
And you stick it on the back
Yeah,
of your
and
ruler.
and so, yeah, for like $4.
Wow.
But if you are enterprising, like I said, you can buy a roll of it. It's skateboard grip tape. If you have a teenager in the house or a grandchild that is into such things, you could probably just hijack their little bit of their grip tape. But it works fantastic. We do sell it. Like I said, it's $4 for
Okay,
a
well, I
couple.
highly recommend you put something
Yeah,
on the back
we,
of these because they were a little slippery. I also recommend that you buy the rulers. I tried doing it with just the templates, and that drove me nuts. So I do like the rulers, and I'm not a big ruler person, so I'm surprised that I like the rulers, but I do. So get that. Let's talk about month 1. All of your kits, when you get your starter kit, they'll all say a number on here. Like this says block 4, so you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. Block 4, obviously, I haven't opened yet. This is what they look like when they come in. We're going to look at block 1, which is hopefully this one. Nope. I know I stuck it in here. Please tell me I stuck block 1 in here. Yes, it is right here. Okay, this is block 1. The first thing I would recommend doing is turning it over on the back, and where it shows you the fabric, label this. Label it A, B, C, D. Can you see that? A, B, C, D. Because when you go to the cutting instructions, they use the letters A, B, C, D again, and you're like, what fabric is that? So what I did was I labeled my A, B, C, D, and then, yeah, you guys know me, I made little tags that said A, B, C, and D, and then I took my little wonder clips, which I can't live without, and I said, those are my A's. Took my wonder clip and said, these are my B's. Because I'm telling you, especially when you get to month 2, they start flipping the things around. They don't always go A, B, C, D. Sometimes they go B-A.
BA.
B-A.
Like B.A. Baracus from the A team.
They mix it up
Mr. T.
on your layouts. So I strongly recommend, these is post-it notes I cut up and wonder clips so you can mark your fabrics and stay organized. The other thing I recommend is either using starch or best press on your fabrics, not, another thing I can't believe I'm saying, not Tarot Magic.
Hush your mouth. That's sacrilegious.
Tarot Magic caused some discoloration in my dark blues. Now, it washed out. I washed my fabric, which you shouldn't have to do on this kit, but I did, and it came out. So the good news is it all looks beautiful again, but it left unsightly clouds on my dark colors. So what I went back to was using regular old starch or best press, because there's so many biases. If you don't want to use either, you don't have to. But I like to.
I can just imagine how much fun that I'll get all stretched out, and you
There's
go
a
to
lot of
quilt it,
bias, so
and you have to work the pleats out on the quilting
Yeah.
machine, and
it's no fun.
Then
The
everybody.
other thing I'm going to tell you is, if it doesn't come together like this, straight, 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 you've done something wrong. You shouldn't keep going, because it's not going to fix itself. And Brent isn't going to quilt it out. I've seen lots of people whose little triangles are either sunk in or they stick out. That's because their 1/4 inch seam isn't what it needs to be. It's either too heavy or too light. So they're sucking that triangle in. And I'm telling you, when you go to march these things up, boom, you're going to have all sorts of hissy fits. So if when you're putting this together, you're not seeing every time you sew a seam, if it's not lining up perfectly on the edges, stop. Don't keep going. This is when you should rip out and try again. I also wouldn't recommend just automatically going into chain piecing because you think you got that right. I wouldn't recommend it. I actually made one unit, said, yeah, we got it, baby, then continued. Then made the next unit. Looks great. Then continue. Chain piecing after I knew my 1/4 inch seam was correct, my pieces were cut correct. It all starts in the very beginning, gang, with the cutting. If you are not an accurate cutter, you will be by the end of this. Because it's all about getting your pieces right. And in that respect, the other thing I truly recommend, see how this one I had left the dog ears on? Because I'm like, oh, I don't need to put those on. This one I did not. And I'll tell you that squaring, notching off all 3 sides of the triangle is a huge time saver to fitting it together. Huge. So when you cut it out, where's my pretty ruler? When you cut your triangles out, where's my pretty rulers? Oh, thank you. When you first cut it out, and if you follow the instructions, it has you put this notch at the top of your 2.5 inch strip, and then cut your triangles, and then you go around and you cut again. I got some fabric I can show you, and you cut it around and you cut around. You only have 1 notch at that point. If you're piecing with just 1 notch, that 1 notch of your triangle becomes what you line up to the side of this. Does that show?
I can make it show.
If I'm matching a triangle up to this guy, and I've got 2 pointy ends and 1 blunt end, I'm going to match the blunt end up first, so I know that that triangle's in the right spot. Well, now when you get to the next cut, all you got is pointy ends again. So I recommend that you take the time to go around on every triangle, all 3 sides, and notch this off. The time it takes in cutting, I found, was saved in piecing it together. It was like no pins, no nothing, bada bing, bada boom. You knew everything was fitting perfectly. There was no guessing. Am I in the middle? No, it doesn't matter. I have my little points to tell me that. So that's a big tip I think is important. The other thing is that when you cut your 2.5 strips, which is the first thing you're going to do on all your fabrics in month 1, A, B, C, D, make sure they really are 2.5 inches. Okay, if they're short, everything else is going to be wonky. Make sure they're right. It's got to be, you're laughing, but it's got to be accurate. One thing about these blocks is they're not going to go together if you do not cut them accurately. If you cut them accurately and you notch all your edges, you'll be amazed.
See,
and
now,
how beautiful.
in the world of Brent quilting,
No, you would never
I'm
do
just-
this.
I
Well, I
wouldn't-
actually thought he should make a block tonight.
no, because the way
Look
that
at the back. Look at how, and we press all our seams over.
Yep, see that looks beautiful. Now see, I would just throw this together.
No, that's why
I
I'm
know.
not going to let you.
I know, but I'm just going to explain to you how I would do this
Yeah,
and why
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't listen to me all the time from quilting.
Okay.
And I wouldn't care what this comes out to, and when I get them all made, I would find the smallest one and cut them all to that size and hammer them together. Now, from a...
Do you
Would you
see
really
how
even
beautiful
bother
the
to
point
find the
side? Do you
smallest?
see
No.
how beautiful these
Yeah.
seams lined up?
That wouldn't be me. That just wouldn't be me. It's beautiful, but I anybody that makes this, I'm amazed.
Well,
It's a beautiful quilt,
I'm going to show you.
but if you quilt like I do, as Clint
It's all about getting your techniques better and better and better.
Yeah, I
All right?
know.
That's what it is.
But I
And-
think Clint Eastwood said it best once. A man's got to know his limitations.
Well, I want to show you how to use the rulers really quickly, even though this isn't a 2.5 strip. All the instructions start with the top. So pretend this is, do you have it, Eddie? No, where do I need to be?
We need to be over here.
Oh, you're
On
Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up.
well, I can move this if we need to.
No, I'll just
No?
move my
Okay.
book. I'm out of practice. It's been a while.
I know. It's like we went on vacation for Christmas and.
Okay, so if I pretend this is a 2.5-inch strip right now, I'm gonna lay this out of the way. When I'm going to cut my triangles that she tells me to cut. Oh, the other thing that's really handy in this is one of those revolving spinning
Would you like me
cutting
to
mats.
reach you one? I don't know what's
That came in really handy because I don't like to spin my ruler. I hate spinning the ruler. Otherwise, I gotta spin the ruler and spin the ruler. I'm like, no. I'd rather spin my fabric. But anyway, when you're lining up, say I'm doing a 2.5-inch triangle. Here's where it says 2.5-inch right here. So that would match the bottom of my fabric, and that notch would match the top. And then I would cut, and I would cut. And if I don't have the ability to spin, I can pick my fabric up and turn it around. Or I can just go, but see my ruler can stay this way. And then I cut the next one, cut the next one, See how that works?
Are the sound effects part of the...
Yeah. So you plow through them really quickly. Versus this, now I've cut this and I gotta go like this and I gotta line up this line with my cut line, and then I got, see, now I'm moving my ruler back and forth like this. That, is it work? Yes. Drives me nuts though. Drives me nuts. I'd rather spin my fabric. Now, when you cut the half hexes, the first one you cut, oops, those are my half hexes, they're on here. The half hexes that you're going to use in month 1, see where it says 4.5-inch half hex? Right there? We got it? I'll put my
right there,
hat
yep,
in
I got it
See
right
that? This is my 4.5-inch hex that I want to cut. Well, obviously, if you line it up over here, you can't, right? So what you do is you cut this first, okay? Then take this piece of fabric, turn it around, and cut that one off. But after that, the fabric is ready to rock and roll, because now you've got your angle cut, and it's the same thing. Spin, cut, spin, cut, spin, cut.
Can you run through that one more time
Sure.
for me?
The
'Cause
very first time
I feel like there was something important there and I missed it.
The first time you cut your hex, actually your triangle too, when you go to line this up, you're going to say to yourself, well, how do I cut over here? Well, you can't, but you can cut here. Now, keep in mind, my fabric is already 2.5 inches, so we're pretending it's 2.5 inches. So, oh, and when you cut this one, cut this long one first, all the way to the end, cut it off, and then cut this little guy after. Pull this away. Now, I got to make this into the rest of the hex, right? Because he's still not a hex. He's got this funky thing on it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I can do is take this, turn it upside down, put my hex ruler back on,
And get the other half of it.
cut.
Okay.
Meanwhile, though, now I'm set up to just flip
For the next.
rotate,
Okay.
rotate,
I got you.
rotate, rotate. And when you cut the hexes, it's a lot easier if you cut this long piece first. Don't try and go this way and then that way, because you're gonna run into the next hex. There's no wasting. You're cutting one right after another, so you don't want to be cutting into the next one. So cut this top one first, pull your fabric, cut the little one, you're good to go.
Oh, there's a 2-inch strip if you want to show us how to do it on a 2-inch strip. Our little gnome.
She's too good to me. Okay, so yeah. So
Okay,
now
so I'm going to zoom in just a second so we can see where that's
now
lined up.
pretend I'm doing, well, you know, this isn't exactly 2.5 inches, so I would not use this strip on my quilt. Just saying. You see what I'm complaining about? See this
Yeah,
right there?
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, that to me, I would put, is there a better spot for 2.5 inches? Yes, this one is. I have done that. I'd say, no. I'm not going to use that page. So what I'm going to do, and now I'm happy with that. So I'm lining
So now I have to ask, so how are your blocks coming out, Danny?
She's way ahead of me.
Mine came out great.
Did they measure up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
I was just cutting a scrap up front. I didn't realize it had to be perfect, Becky, for a sample. I will know better for
That
next
cutting
time,
board's seen
I'm
better
sorry.
days.
There. See how I did the long side first? And now I'm going to whack off the short side.
Yep.
Now, if I turn this over, you'll
That
see I
lines
can
up.
perfectly line it up. See? and then I can cut this one. This poor cutting board. It's not my blade. It's a well-loved
It's a
board.
very fancy cutter you have there, Becky.
It's Tula, yes. But
Yeah,
see,
she doesn't hold it.
see, now this part one right here.
It's
see
now
that-
lined up to keep just work your way down, right?
Well, it was until I didn't rotate it.
Well, if you flip it over.
Yeah, thank you. See, now I will still go back and end up notching that little notch off when I'm done, which is I flip it over to do that. But now I can go to town and cut all my 4.5-inch hexes out pretty quickly, in all honesty.
And don't forget the rulers come with directions so that if
They
you
do.
don't remember,
The rulers do have directions.
and they're very clear.
There's so many things these rulers do, it's crazy. But for month 1, all you're going to need is these 2 shapes, this 4.5-inch hex, and you're going to cut all you need out of that. And I'm going to show you the triangle because you were so nice to give me this. On the 2.5-inch triangle, I'm going to line up my 2.5 inches. See that? Whoops. No, I'm not. I'm going to turn it around. Flip it over. What am I doing?
That's how you would start it.
Yeah, I would start it. I wanted it to line up automatically. It's not going to. I can't, because obviously I can't cut here. See, peeps? I can't cut there. I have this already cut, and I can't cut here. This is where, Becky, what are you doing? I'm going to start over here.
If you
You gotta turn the ruler over.
flip it over.
No, I have to turn my ruler over.
Okay.
No,
If people
it isn't.
if people
I did, Brenda.
No,
No,
flip it.
I did.
rotate it.
Turn it.
You rotate yourself.
That's what she said.
I don't see, but I don't like it upside down.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
But you're right. Okay.
It's all right. No, if people tune in for help, they get to see the struggle.
Yes, they do. They do.
That's why I said there's good directions on the ruler instructions.
Okay.
And
so,
Sarah has a word for this. She calls it the struggle bus.
the struggle
And I
bus,
think we just got on it.
we did. So in that case, now I'm switching my fabric all the time.
You only have to switch the ruler. If you
I
follow
don't
the
like to switch
instructions.
the ruler though. Yeah, you're right. On this one, you have to switch the ruler. The
Follow
stri-
the
with-
instructions on the paper.
I think I used
That's why
that
they make
ruler.
videos, so I don't have to read instructions anymore.
I don't like switching the ruler. I like switching my fabric. And now
Change to the hex ruler. Show
Why?
us that one too while you're at it.
I just did.
Yeah, she did that one first.
Oh, thought
I did
you-
that one
What?
first.
Were you like?
The sidekick.
No,
We
this
just
is
did a
the
bunch of
side.
half hexies.
Yeah. When
What
did
have
you?
what have
No,
you
but I
been
mean
doing?
to do the triangle.
Oh, to do the triangle.
Oh, well, that's a good point. You can use the maybe that. You know what? That's how I did it. I bet.
That's what I did. So I was.
That's
thinking-
why it worked. I didn't use this for my triangles. That's why it worked, Danny. I didn't
Look
even
at
use
that.
this one.
Look at that.
Oh, that's
Mystery
nice.
solved.
I used this for month 1
For
only.
month 1, I used.
So you just needed the hexamore for month 1. You
The
don't.
hexamore for month 1 until you cut the pieces for the little pillow, which I would cut out while I'm cutting all my quilt out.
Oh,
If you're
did
going to
you?
make the pillow, because it's just easier. So there, see, that's much better. Okay. There's a pillow that's in the basic kit that you will get the pattern for, and it calls for 1.5-inch diamonds. What I would do and have done is every time I cut a fabric, I cut 2 1.5-inch diamonds out of the fabric while I have it here.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a 1.5-inch strip. You've got a 2.5-inch already. And you cut it into a diamond, and then I have a little plastic bag that I'm collecting all my diamonds in. And I will have enough to make 2 pillows when I'm done, and no extra effort for cutting all these little pieces up. So when your fabric is out, I highly recommend you cut the 1.5-inch diamond at the same time. And the 1.5 diamond is, I believe, on here.
There's a picture of it, so it must be.
I know, I'm trying to find it though. Here it is. Okay, let's see if we can see it.
Okay, over here. Eddie.
It's right here. This is the 1.5-inch diamond. So you would have a 1.5-inch strip, you'd line it up, and you would cut these little diamonds. And I cut 2 from each fabric while I was at it, and stuck them in the little bag and put them aside. So that's why you need the Super Sidekick, is for the little diamond. And you'll need it later, too, in more months. But for this month, that's all you need it for. Otherwise, you can cut everything with your Hexamore ruler. What I talked about was notching your triangles. You can do that with a lot of different tools, but what I did is, because I already had the ruler out, is I simply just started, turning my little triangle around and setting my notch on it and notching all 3 sides.
Do you see in this, Becky?
I found it much easier.
Go back to that, Eddie.
I found it much easier to line stuff up if I had notched the triangles. And here's why. Look, if these guys have their notches. I'm trying to work here.
Yeah, but it's like an invisibility
You
cloak.
look
Look at that.
You look like you're
Hey,
playing.
look how cool that is.
Okay, I'm working. See how
Technology's awesome.
you know,
Okay, never mind.
See how easy it is to line these up with the little notches?
Here, we'll go back to this one.
Nobody's looking at you.
I know. I'm trying hard. It's so much easier. Everything just lines up perfect. See? So take the time. Notch your triangles.
Notch the triangles.
Notch the triangles. And when you sew, when you're done sewing this triangle to this little half hex, that'll line up perfect. Like, I better see a straight line on both sides.
You better see, like you're gonna go around and grade them.
Becky would.
Yeah.
Becky had straight lines, or I ripped it apart. But you're right, not everybody wants to do that.
Okay, I gotta tell a story.
Okay.
But it's
I
absolutely.
can't name any names.
It is easy. It is easy.
It is.
It's
The
not that it's
notches make a
difficult.
difference.
Wait, I wanted to talk one more thing about lining up seams.
Okay, we'll come back over here and we'll make it special.
And then you can. Where's my?
Well, that was kind of cool. I do that again. We can like
you
have
do
the
when you
universe
put
on
these
the.
3 pieces together.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're the one. Your idea was the green screen, and it
I
is
know,
so
but
much fun to
now
play
I'm
with.
Serious. I'm doing serious.
I know.
business.
Okay, we're serious.
When you put these things together, your ends are going to match up nicely, but you really want to get these little.
You have a bunch of sons, right?
Yeah.
So you're used to this.
You want to get these little guys as close as you can. There are several ways to do it. One of the ways they teach you is to use a pin and stick a pin straight through the 2 points that you need to line up and keep it nice and straight, and then pin on either side and take this out so you can go to the sewing machine. Some people, I call it the 3-pin method. I think on the website they're calling it the hanging pin method.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you that I have much better luck putting a spot of my famous watered down Elmer's glue. When I put the seams together, I actually go like this and put just a little dab of glue, hold it down, heat press it. There are no pins to remove.
And
Nothing shifts. And then you say, but Becky, how do you open that seam? You just glued it shut.
No, I said, Becky, what is wrong with you?
I glued it shut. Oh, but it's my little Elmer's glue. All I do is go pop, and it opens right back.
So you just water down some Elmer's glue, and it's like a magical formula.
Like 50-50.
50-50. Okay.
Little dinky dab will do ya. The other thing I like, is the seam rollers. If you're gonna
You're kind of hardcore.
if you're gonna open a seam, it's much easier and less stressful if you open it and roll it before you iron it. And do not iron with steam, because you'll just stretch your biases. Just give this a little and then when I'm done, I take the iron, and you don't press it. You don't iron it, you press it. It's the up. Oh, I'm not doing this on the ironing surface. It's off. You go up, down. You walk it along your seam to make them nice and flat. The other thing I do, because I don't want
How long did it take you to make one of these
I
blobs?
don't want my seams to be rolled over on the back side when I'm stitching, because that irritates the heck out of me. Is I keep this little teeny bottle of Best Press handy, and or you can use flattener, and you just go squid, 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 and then you go, and they just behave nicely, just like that. So, square when you're done. Not every seam you do. Like I use this until I get really towards the end.
Okay.
That's all I do. I don't even get up and use the iron. I do good, good, good,
Wow.
good. Seam roller. The reason
Seam
I like
roller.
this over, I'll tell you, because I started with one of these.
Yeah.
The difference is the stretching of the fabric. The stretching of the fabric. This, when you're pushing it,
Yeah, it's
stretches your biases, and we got a lot of biases. This rolls over them. So that's my tip on what I would use to get my stuff pretty. So any questions on that? Go forth and conquer Nebula 1.
Let's see, anything?
Nobody wants another question. They're like,
We got
"What?"
the Baxter, the original OG Baxter
Yeah,
says
yeah.
it's a great idea. But I think that's been
I don't know
on.
what she's talking
I
about.
know. I think it's been
Your
on there a while.
see-through mask.
Yeah. I mean, imagine. I mean,
I
that's
think
like
it was
here.
for the clothespins.
Look, but look, see, look.
Get out of here.
But you'll disappear if you get behind
Ah,
there.
You're too close.
See, look, I can make the I can make the sewing machine disappear. I can make my mouth disappear,
Okay.
so I can't trim.
You're wasting time. We got lots of stuff to do.
It looks like my head. I look like a Pez dispenser. Like my head will flop
I
off.
don't even know what time it is. I'm trying to be good.
It's
Okay,
we got
10 minutes to 7.
10 minutes to 7.
All right, let me make sure I have nothing else to talk about on this one. Okay, I want to show you a tip that I ran into this week that I was like, I did not know that. And it just blew my mind. It just blew my mind, and it was so easy.
See, now I want to see this because I'm wondering if it's the same thing I know.
Well, we're about to find out. And if you already know it, everybody, well, good for you. You didn't tell me about it. I had to find out the hard way.
I'm away. I'm
Okay.
6 feet away. We won't transmit the play.
Okay. all
And
right.
keep in mind with the camera angle there.
Okay. So I'm good. Everybody can see the screen. I believe this works not just on the Luminaires, but also on the Dream Machine.
I believe if it's what I think it is, it's available on the Dream Machine 2.
It's so cool.
It's not on the regular Dream Machine, so you need to update for it,
So-
I believe.
I've been making a bunch of mug rugs, and I have bigger hoops. So it stinks if you want to make the same thing more than once to load it in, and then actually, Wilma, this one's for you. I watched Wilma make 6 of the same thing in her hoop the other day. 1 complete, 2 complete, 3 complete, and I thought, oh my God.
And she even asked me, "Is there a way to do that?" And I'm like, I don't
I'm
know.
like, I want to just do step 1 of all of my 6, then step 2 of all of my 6, and hence this will do it. And it's so easy, it cracks me up.
Okay.
I'm going into my embroidery pocket. Wilma! I'm going in my embroidery pocket. I saved the design wirelessly, so I'm going to go into the wireless pocket because that's where my design was. No, this isn't my machine. I'm sorry. On my machine, I saved it wisely. On this one, we're going to the USB stick. And I'm going to pick up, for the fun of it, let's pick up our January Sparkle Like You Mean It. Because that came in 2 sizes, a 5x7 and an 8x12. My goodness, I got a lot of stuff on there. Here it is. I'm going to pick up the 5x7. So now you've got the design that you want to make more of. But you don't want it to go all of one, all of the other. I want to make 2 of these in order. So I'm going to say, yep, this is the one I want. And I'm going to say, oh, I'm going into edit mode. And the first thing I'm going to do, because I have bigger hoops, is I'm going to rotate my design so it makes sense to me. You don't have to, but for me to fit the way I want it to, I have to. So I'm going to rotate it so it's regular. Now I can see it, right? Do you see how it's showing me I automatically need a bigger hoop because I rotated it? Danny, are you paying attention?
I can't.
Okay, Hedgie. Okay, Hedgie. So I've got him here. He's rotated. I'm like, yep, that's good. That's all I needed here. And here's where the magic starts. You see that little 9 block thing there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Heads, do you see it? At least nod. Okay, good. Choose that. Now, what do I want to do? Do I want to add a design above? Or do I want to add a design below?
That's the border thing, right?
Watch and you will love me.
I already do.
I'm going to move my design up in my hoop. See, it just changed to the bigger hoop because I moved my design up. I'm going to go add me another design. Oh, and I want the spacing between my designs to be bigger because, whoops, wait a minute. Yeah, I want them to be bigger between each other in case I have applique or anything like that. Okay, now what happens when I go to embroidery? Automatically.
Get out.
Do you see how it says 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1? Do you see that? Watch when I stitch it out.
It's a border, though.
Watch, watch. Watch it skip. Can you see it?
No, do the stitch thing.
You can't. It will not show correctly there.
Oh.
I know. I can't see it on this. There
But
it
it
goes.
will
See, do you
embroider.
see that little arrow key going? See how it's jumping between the two designs?
Yeah.
It went sparkle, sparkle, like you mean it, like you mean it.
That's pretty cool.
Automatically sorts them.
I don't get
It's
it.
magic!
It is, but I don't get it. It's a border. It's for sashing and stuff, I thought.
Well, what it does is it duplicates your
I love
pattern
it.
Yeah.
and sorts your steps for you.
I never would
So who's gonna argue with that? That
I
is a
love it.
fantastic
Did you
idea.
all know that before?
I was thinking you were
No.
talking about color swords.
Well, now
That's
see, here's why color sorting would get you in trouble in
because
an
it's
applique.
gonna, yeah, because the steps and the
Yeah,
tack
it's
downs and
gonna
everything.
put all the blues together, and
Yeah.
Kimberbell always uses the blue as a placement stitch, and you can't always do all your placement stitches at once, so that gets you in trouble with color sort. However, no software, no nothing. You go into those 9 blocks, those little 9 blocks,
Yeah.
and you can have 6, you can have 4, you just arrange them in there, and it's magic.
Nice.
I love it.
Learn
Yeah.
something every day.
Yeah. Now, one other thing I wanted to show people, which I already showed a bunch of people, but those listening might not have seen it, is if you go into settings, this is Luminaire update 2 that this is only good for, but it's still cool. They now have an embroidery foot automatic down, which means if you turn that on, you don't have to press this button before you press this button.
Hold on, let me zoom out so they can see the button you're talking about.
It's on page 8 of our settings, and it says embroidery foot auto down. When you're in the old days, when your machine was ready to sew, you had to push the presser foot down and then press go. Now, if you turn this on, all you just have to press go. You do not have to press this button.
Nice.
So another little savior that people may or may not know. Not as good as my first one.
No, the first one's a good one. I like that
The
one.
first one is awesome.
Yes.
I'm like, how come Brent didn't tell me that?
Well, because I didn't know. I can't know everything, despite the popular belief.
But I can tell you, Danny said, why don't you just air stitch it? And I'll tell you, when I go to air stitch it, I get different results. It's not so you have to be careful. I don't typically use air stitching, and now I'm not going to use air
Yeah.
stitching.
What are you talking about? Air? You mean embroidered?
You can turn. You can turn.
When you return, and you go to this little button up here, you can move your needle
Right.
fast. Now watch what happens. Watch how it plays here.
I can't. Runs
Hold on.
in my way.
This is how you quote air stitch something.
Okay.
So I hit my needle. I'm putting it on fast mode. Watch what happens though. It stays all on one.
Oh.
And that's not what's going to happen when you stitch it out.
I gotcha.
So
Okay.
this is a lie. Because that's not what's going to happen when you
That's
stitch
good.
it out.
That's cool.
If you put it in like I put in, I didn't duplicate it. Don't use the duplicate button. It won't work if you do the duplicate button. Use the 9 squares.
It's for sashing and borders.
Well,
That's
all I can tell you is you're putting multiple
and
things in
that's
a hoop.
why I never would have thought of that
It's
though, because
awesome.
when I was watching videos about what my machine does,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what it said
Yeah.
it was for, was borders and
So
sashing.
Yeah.
Will next time Wilma's in here.
we'll show it to her.
Nice
That's
squares.
awesome.
All right, so those are my 2 tips. I don't want to keep people too long.
We
But
yeah, we're
We're
good.
okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
You got something else you gonna throw at us?
I came across some freebie stuff.
Oh, well, let's
Nice.
And you know, when people say I'm selling, but there's some cool freebie stuff
Okay,
out there.
have at it.
So
Give it away.
I'm gonna bring my computer up. Don't put it on my computer yet, though, Eddie, because you never know what my desktop's gonna look like.
It makes me wonder.
Let me get it up here first, and then I'll tell you. Dime has come out with a free, I don't know if anybody knows or saw it, a free block of the month. Dime has.
free?
And it's super cute, and it's called Small Town Charm. And I'm going to show you what the first one was. The first one is a little quilt shop.
And we do have the, speaking of small town charm, you got that new
Oh,
pillow.
yeah, talk about that while I'm bringing this
Yeah,
up.
there's Kimberbell has a,
Because I'm watching this and
the pillow thing.
and she's talking about something.
Yeah, with the, you know how Kimberbell does those cute little pillows? We do have,
It's a bench pillow.
yeah, the bench pillow. We have some of them coming in.
It's the fireworks bench pillow.
Yes, and we have the kits and the pillows should be here probably today or tomorrow.
How exciting.
So if you're interested, keep your eye out for them. We have limited numbers and they're probably gonna sell fast. Is anything
Becky, are you going to sell my hedgehog, my bench pillow?
No, I'm not gonna
Or
sell you a bench
my-
pillow because I'm not sure I can get another bench pillow. So
I want the bench pillow and the embellishment kit.
yes, that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
ha.
Yes, we have a limited number of each coming in, and if
Yes.
anything like
And I think we should do a solo long, like we did with the Nebula, like I'm trying to do with the Nebula. and
we
messed it up.
we have all sorts of fun. But yeah, so that's coming in, and if it's like the spooky Halloween one, it's gonna be one of those you won't be able to find any of the embellishment kits or anything forever. So
Yeah.
that we should have that by the end of the week. If something you're interested in, shoot me an email or give us a call and we'll set one aside for you.
Okay. Not yet. I'll tell you when. Okay, you can switch to my computer now, Ed. Dime last year they did a quote free patent that was the door, just a door. This time they've embellished it, and here's January's, and it actually comes in 2 sizes, and it's free to download. What's cool about this is the awning is actually a 3D thing. It's got a little pipe cleaner in it, so the awning can extend out. Some people are making them as quilt blocks and putting them aside. Oh gosh, if you go on their website, people are very creative. Danny, there is one person who took a dog and a hydrant and put it in front of the quilt shop, and the dog is decorating the hydrant. I thought of you when I saw that. But you can download 2 sizes. You can download the 5x7, and I think the other one is the 8x12. Let me see. 7x12. So this month is January, and every month they're going to release a new version.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's free. Why is it free? They're trying to sell their Stitch software, which they encourage you to use to embellish it, but I'm going to tell you don't need it. You can do it with Brilliance, and maybe eventually I'll get that far. But it's really cute, and I've seen all sorts of different versions of it already made up, and it's free. So I just wanted to pass that on to our fellow embroiderers.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. The other thing that is for free, pages up here, Kimberbell has a bunch of free downloads, but specifically, if you go onto the Kimberbell website, kimberbell.com, and you go under collections, and you go under free downloads, the first thing you see is so cute. It's modeled after the Love Notes quilt. It is a little pillow with a little birdie and the Valentine's heart.
Oh, that's cute.
Now, so it's free for the download. The patent is free, and it comes with the instructions. If you scroll down further, you'll see some of their other ones that they also had. These are all free downloads on the Kimberbell website, which I didn't know existed.
Okay.
But on that discussion, the Love Notes quilt,
Yes.
what a perfect time if you haven't made your Love Notes quilt. I saw people taking it and making them into other things other than a wall hanging.
And if you don't have an I
Pillows,
love
bench
the
pillows.
quilt, we have a couple kits left for that
You
too.
do?
Yes, I
Great.
believe we do.
3, it's amazing what people have done with them. If you're not into the wall hangings, they just are taking them and using pieces of them and making them into Valentine's pillows or a Valentine bench buddy by just slicing up the different blocks and sewing them together differently. Very creative. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Love Notes is reborn because it's February. So if you haven't made Love Notes or haven't bought the kit yet, time to. But anyway, there's a freebie to go with your little wall hanging if you want. The next thing I stumbled across is not free, but it's very inexpensive, and to me it's very exciting, and it is Designs by Juju. You all know I like Designs by Juju. They have released, whoops, I thought I saved it as a favorite. Hang on. Yep. They have come up with end-to-end quilting patents.
I saw that.
But what is unique about them is they're not just end-to-end quilt patents like we saw with Amelia Scott. It's like a combination of Kimberbell's quilting patents meets Amelia Scott patents. They have edge to edge in all the different block sizes. So you can, I am afraid to ask what you're doing
Put
with
this
that.
one on, Eddie.
You can,
Oh no.
I'm going to show you. So if I go on Juju and
Oh,
I
well,
go
I'll put Juju
end to end, yes please, end to end quilting designs, and they're all on sale. Where do you see the price of these things? It's crazy. There's slews of them.
I have to try this out. It's
Now
so
look
fun.
at this, for $4. I'm talking. They're $4, and there's a slew of them. But look what you get. Look what you get for $4. Let's look up Paws and Prints. If I click on this,
I already have that in my wait list.
if you click on this, you don't just get this one edge to edge thing. Look at what you get under Size and Stitches. For $4, you are going to get, oops, where is it? Size and Stitch, I said. Show me sizes and stitches. I don't know why it's doing, oh, it's not showing me sizes and stitches.
Just Kimberbell have all things.
These are only $4, not $13, $4.
So you get all of that.
And you get, I'm trying to tell you, 13 sizes. I'll tell you because for some reason my edge, usually if you click on size and
We'll
stitch
scroll down
counts.
a little bit, I think. If you,
No,
yeah,
usually.
see over there, it says
Oh,
exact file
yeah,
size.
okay, all right, but that's not what I was looking
Oh, okay,
at.
never
Here's
mind.
all the different files you're going to get for $4, all the different sizes. And you say, well, whoop-de-doo, Becky, if it's edge to edge. Well, think about it. If you're quilting as you go, then you want the different sizes.
Right.
If you're not quilting as you go and you're doing it afterwards, then you want the 10 by 16 if you can get it, or the 10 by 14 or whatever it is. And all for $4 a design.
She's awesome.
So that's on sale now to the end of January. So and there's, I don't know how many different designs. It's really cool. I don't know what you do. You're getting creepy.
Oh.
Anyway, so that was my that was my other tip. My last tip of things that cost almost
I gotta go
nothing.
find Hermione and Ron Weasley.
You do. You do. That was my other big breakthrough.
This is-
I still,
I can't take it serious, but
I
the
know,
green screen
I
is so
can't.
much fun to play with.
I know, you poor boy, you.
No, I want to do like a Zoom call and pretend like I'm a wizard.
At some point, I want to add in brilliance tips to getting us started, and I don't want to go too far tonight and crush everybody's spirit. But the first thing I wanted to get to is how to organize yourself on the computer, because I don't care what software you have. If you can't find your files and you're not organized, it's going to be a mess. But we're going to save that for another time, because hopefully we're going to do this more
We're
often.
gonna do it way more often. We're
We're
working
going
on
to do
some
it more
exciting.
often.
We've
so
got some
that we
exciting
can
stuff
give
in the
you
works.
Lots of tidbits. Yeah, lots of tidbits. Small chunks.
Yes.
That's how people learn, in
Yes.
my opinion. So that is what I had for Turbo
That's it.
Fabric.
Thank you for
think
watching.
so.
I guess that's
I think I did it.
yes. We did a fantastic. Oh, look at that. We're getting the car in there right there.
Where's the love notes? You're going to get a clock.
Oh, what's that?
No, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
So anyway, thank you for watching. It's been about an hour or so, and you
Yeah,
put
that's
up,
what I was
and
hoping for.
as always, Becky does a fantastic job, and
Nah.
I thank you all for putting up with me.
Couldn't figure out my ruler.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, all that. Yeah. See,
Like-
you watch enough YouTube. The
Like,
smash
share,
smash-
subscribe.
smash the like button.
Share
Yes.
to your friends who might be working on the Nebula quilt. stop in with any questions.
Yeah, if you have any,
Lots of
yep.
people who know how to work it.
Any questions,
And,
call
share
us.
the tips on the embroidery machine.
Yeah.
That's how we get
Yeah.
more knowledge.
So thanks for watching, and
Do you have any Nebula kits left?
we do have Nebula kits left. So if you are interested in Nebula, we do have a few kits left.
Okay.
Give us a call if you're interested. We don't have them listed on our website. We might have we don't have them listed because we.
It really is
Yeah.
a
All right.
beautiful pattern.
So with that,
Beautiful.
we're gonna say I'll enjoy the evening, and we'll see you here next week after next. We're doing it next week. Every other week, right?
That's what it is right now.
Yeah, it's every other week. So not next week, the week after. We'll be back here doing same bat same bat channel. And I guess
There's so much going on. I feel
Yeah.
like, oh.
what's
Okay.
that? If the world's still here, if
Yeah.
if Mad Max hasn't come to pass.
Oh gosh.
Well, it'd be kind of fun. I mean, there's a certain element of fun and adventure that you could look forward to if that did happen.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Have you seen Mad Max?
No.
Beyond a Thunderdome?
No.
You would be the Tina Turner character running Pigtown. You'd be
Okay.
the one in charge.
Yeah, we are so different. I am looking forward to my first concert in my entertainment room.
That's what I'm saying. See,
My first concert, because Adam Lambert is performing live at the Roxy, and they're streaming it on January 29th. And Becky has her new theater room up and running.
Are you selling tickets?
I am so gonna be woo woo woo. Yeah,
Okay.
concert at Becky's.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Goodbye.
This is a keep on